my channel. This is Tita Lavinia of Titas of Pageantry, and for this episode, what I will be doing is that I will be reviewing some of the pasarela clips of the notable Miss Universe contestants this 69th edition. So please make sure you stick around, please subscribe to the channel, as well as hit that bell notification button for your weekly pageant fix. Hey guys, I am so happy to be back. Actually, I never really left. It's just that a lot of the materials that I've been releasing for you are pre-taped. So what I've been doing is that I've been editing them and then I have been releasing them for you, on a schedule. But yeah, I kind of miss being in this setup. I kind of miss doing reviews. And now that we are nearing, the ladies leaving for Florida this coming May, for the 69th edition of Miss Universe, I thought, maybe we could go back to the ladies of Miss Universe because we have been super focused on Miss Grand International and Samantha is doing really well. So just a little bit of a reminder on Samantha, there will be voting activities leading up to the finals this coming March 27th. So please make sure that you do everything in your power to help our girl. Most of the instructions are actually super easy. It's just that a lot of the Filipino fans are complicating this. So all you have to do is just like and share her materials from Facebook. Unless specified. But yeah, if there is a way for you to help out Samantha, although I have no doubt that she will propel herself to the top, please go ahead and do that. So, like what I mentioned, I miss doing reviews. I haven't done reviews in quite some time, and I know most of you have noticed the space and the papaya wall. So my studio space is almost done. I am just waiting for some of the decor to come in and some of the plants to come in. But yes, of course, if you wish to help out this channel, if you wish to make this prettier, if you wish to help me out artistically and technically, my details are below. You can, of course, follow me on my social media platforms like Instagram with Titas of Pageantry. I am also on Laika. But if you wish to send in your love, then my GCASH is available as well as PayPal. But if you want to be in the loop with all the pageant news and the latest, you may want to consider being a patron because I am also on Patreon. So there. So, initially, I decided to actually post these clips on Instagram, but Instagram only allows 10 clips or 10 photos in an album, and I exceeded that number, of course, and I really thought that, because I talk too much and I talk a lot, there is a possibility that I won't have enough space on Instagram to say everything that I want to say. So I thought, maybe do an episode on pasarela because no one has really done an episode on pasarela. So let's go ahead and check why pasarela is actually important in a competition. So by the way, these videos are arranged in random order. I just saved them. And yeah, I'm just gonna discuss them in the order that I saved them, so you don't have to be very nervous. Of course, the last one is going to be our girl, so yeah, you better finish this video. So I am going to go ahead with my review now. Now, I'm going to start with Miss Vietnam. Her name is Tran Can Van. Now, Miss Vietnam is one of the early winners to represent at Miss Universe, so she has had quite a long time to prepare. In fact, it's been almost daily that she has produced beautiful glossy photos, and even as early as last year she had started working on her pasarela. So just a few days ago she released a new video on her pasarela, and this is what I have to say. First of all, she looks amazing. In this video she plays a lot with her cape, and I feel like there's just way too much playing with the cape. There are other ways, of course, to play with the cape, but I am not an expert. It's just that I've seen this one done by other people. And I also feel that it's a really good thing that she's practicing on carpet. She has practiced on other terrains before, but I particularly remember that Kat had a difficulty in walking with her national costume because one of the reasons was that they never practiced on a carpeted floor. So if Can Van is doing this with different terrains, I think she's on the right track. I just feel that maybe she should just pull back a little bit from all that stomping. I feel that her strides are more of a stomp instead of a stride. Next is going to be Miss Australia, Maria Thatil. Now, I feel like Miss Australia has one of the most well-rounded training as a Miss Universe candidate. She's very visible with her causes. She's very visible with speaking engagements. She has also done a lot of experimenting when it comes to her looks. And as for her pasarela, we've seen a number of videos of her walking, but I picked this clip for you. This is a clip of her trying to change from evening gown to swimsuit. So I don't know if this is just part of her training to be really fast when it comes to changing. What I like about her pasarela is that Maria is, I think, the shortest contestant in this competition at 5'3", so she needs, bigger movements. But what I like about her pasarela this time is that there's a little bit of restraint. I think Maria is one of those girls that you can send to Miss Universe as early as tomorrow, because I feel like there's really very little that you could do to polish her pasarela. She already knows how to move and she already knows how to project in the camera. I think one of the most facially gorgeous candidates in this batch, that's Miss Jamaica this year. Her name is Mikel Simone, and she is a fashion model. I've seen a number of her doing, runway modeling. So they recently posted this pasarela video of her in a black gown, and she looks super tall and lean, and my gosh, I mean, if I were that skinny, I'd wear this dress every day. But looking at this video, of course, this video seems like her pasarela for evening gown. Guys, at least by now you should know that the pasarela for evening gown is totally different for, the energy and the vibe from swimsuit pasarela. But looking at this, she seems very elegant. I know that the video has been slowed down, so I wish we have like the regular speed of the video, because I can't really tell. Right now, I feel like telling her to pick up the speed, but I know that the video has been manipulated anyway. But she seemed to have the right projection. There are footages of her looking at herself in the mirror, which means that she is self-aware, so she knows how she would look like when she does all of these turns. But if you look at her strides from the side view, I think it's very fluid, it's very clean. I just wish I could see like the normal speed of this video so that we could really assess where she is, because pacing is also very important when it comes to pasarela. So for number 4, I have Andrea Meza of Mexico. Now, I'm a little bit conflicted with Andrea because I am looking at 3 different clips for you. The first one is the one wherein she is in yellow, and for me, this is more commanding. If I were to compete against this person, I would be super scared. But her second video is a little lackluster for me. I'm looking at her second video now, and it seems really basic. It seems that she's just walking from point A to point B. Now, there's nothing really wrong about this pasarela. It's just that there's also nothing very special about it. Now, if I look into the third clip, I think this is the most recent clip wherein they are evaluating her performance. I'm not so sure if they're also trying to evaluate what type of gown would look good on her. I feel like she looks a little heavier. I also feel that her movements are also a little heavier this time. So guys, if I'm being a little hard on her, please let me know. But if my observations are accurate, go ahead, please check the video, because I feel like if they only have a few weeks to go, then yeah, they should pretty much wrap up everything and do like a pasarela designed for Miss Mexico that's, solid, because I feel like they need this. Number 5 on my list is Miss Costa Rica. Her name is Yvonne Cerdas. Now, Yvonne is one of those candidates gifted with that amazing physique. Now, in this video clip, she is doing her pasarela in a hallway wearing a fabulous silver gown. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if this ends up as her finals gown, because some ladies do that. They don't really go into this element of surprise, unlike the Philippines. That's very last minute. But if this is going to be her gown, and I think there's really nothing more that you could do with her pasarela. She's almost perfect when it comes to her pasarela and her pageant training. But what I like about this is that if she's going to wear this gown, it works beautifully when she turns, because if you notice, the hem of the gown wraps around her ankle beautifully, so it's choreographed, but at the same time it looks effortless, and that's what we're aiming for, effortless. Number 6 is someone that we should consider a dark horse in the competition because I feel like from the time that she was crowned up until now, she has had one of the most amazing transformations. So I picked this one for you because you could really see her body. She's one of the tallest girls. She's long, she's lean. But what I like about the movement is that it's very restrained as well, but it's not timid. So there is purpose in the way that she takes her first step. And I also feel like she has this innate grace and that innate elegance, making her walk something, worth looking out for. So number 7 on this list is one of my favorites in the competition, Miss Cambodia Sarita Reth. Now Sarita has had Filipinos involved in her training program. So her pasarela was spearheaded by Shandy Lim, one of our friends from Titas of Pageantry. I think she did a really, really good job laying the foundation. And from what I know, she is now being taught by KF under Sir Rogel. And looking at her pasarela, you could really see the joy in what she's doing. She's practicing not just her strides, not just her turns, she's also practicing projection when it comes to her face. So she's doing a lot of these smiling exercises so that she would know where the camera would be located. So this is part of the holistic process of pasarela training. Now, going back to her actual walk, she is one of the shortest candidates in this edition, so she definitely has to really perfect her walk so that all eyes would be drawn to her because it's a big arena and if they allow people as audiences, she has to have movements that would really make people notice her. Number 8, I have Miss Thailand's Amanda Obdam. Now, of course, we all know that Amanda has one of the most well-rounded training for Miss Universe this year. I mean, she has been all over. She's been in the news for, I don't know, some controversy, something that she said, something that she didn't say. She's also all over social media because they've been very consistent releasing her videos, releasing her causes, releasing her photo shoots. So this time around, they have released her pasarela video. Now, I feel that this pasarela video is designed for the evening gown performance because it is a lot slower, it's a lot more sensual, it's a lot more elegant. Now, I have no doubt that Amanda will do really well because she did super well during the nationals. I feel like she is also a pro because prior to this, she also competed for the nationals of Miss Grand International. So she has never really left that pageant training environment. So looking at this most recent photo of her, there are shots of her with her strides from the side, so I think that it looks really fluid as early as now. But I will note that there are a lot of touches of cat. I don't know if this is intentional or if this just came out the way it is, but I feel like the elegance factor, I feel like the hand movements, as well as the hip gesture, as well as the slowness of the way that she takes her time every time she would step. I feel like she has cat stamped all over it. Now, number 9 for me is the beautiful Chantal Weerts of Curacao. This girl, from the time that she was crowned up until, leaving a few days ago, I feel that she has really done her homework. She has been one of the most visible candidates out there, collaborating with the other candidates, making sure that her photos are out there, her videos are out there. She has done a lot of speaking engagements as well. So during this whole time that we were waiting for the final word on Miss Universe, she has never really left our radar. And looking at her most recent pasarela videos, because there have been a number of them, I don't see any reason why she wouldn't really make it. First of all, she's one of the most stunning girls this batch. She's also one of the tallest. And looking at her pasarela, there really isn't anything crazy going on with her pasarela. She partners this with a lot of posing, a lot of projecting, and I think this would really work for her, even if she doesn't really have that fancy footwork that we're all, waiting for. Number 10 is someone that I unfortunately don't get to really talk a lot about. Unfortunately, she's not someone that we get to feature on our Instagram page at Titas of Pageantry because it's just so heated whenever we post her, so might as well not. But I also feel that my audience here on YouTube is very different from the ones on Instagram. So I feel like I can freely talk about Miss Indonesia, Ayu Molida, in this channel. Now, they have named her walk. Her walk is called the Dynamite Walk. So I know that this is something heated also with the Filipino fans, because the Filipino fans feel like, hey, naming our walk is our thing, but I don't know. Maybe it's catching up. So if, yeah, let's go ahead and base this on the dynamite aspect of her walk. Now, first of all, let me just say that Ayu Molida is someone also that you could just send to Miss Universe as early as tomorrow. I feel like she has already completed her training program. She's one of the earliest that was crowned, and she made good use of her time. Very early on, she kept on producing a lot of these photos. Her transformation has been very visible, from someone really skinny to someone looking fit, someone who's looking really commanding, because she's also really very tall. So going back to her pasarela, I have no doubt about Ayu, because you know Ayu is a model. In fact, before this, she already won a modeling competition not too long ago, and I know that she has been groomed by a number of beauty queens in her country, because she's one of the most successful young models out there. So she has a signature turn that she keeps on doing, and I know that she used some elements of her former pasarela as part of her pasarela now, and I think that everything is going together. Now, I still feel a little bit of heaviness in her turns, at least, so if she can clean that up and make it appear as if she's floating or walking on water, I think she is on the right track. So for number 11, we have the beautiful Janik Maceta of Peru. Now, I'm really very excited for this, because I actually posted this on the Titas of Pageantry page, and a lot of folks got really scared, because first of all, she's calling her walk the panther walk. And even if the video just shows her silhouette, a little bit of her face whenever the light catches her face, this is just a silhouette, but you could really see how commanding her form is. Now, she charges at you in this video. She's very straightforward in the video. There's a little bit of a bounce and a lot of sass, a lot of attitude, and the mere fact that it's called a panther walk must really mean that she's out to hunt, because that's how exactly how her walk feels like. It feels like she's hunting. So a lot of the pageant fans, especially the Latin ones, have compared her walk to that of Edimar Martinez. I'm going to try and find a comparison for you, but maybe it's the hip movement and it's the attitude, but whatever it is, if you add that to her beauty, you add that to her credentials, you add that to her current standing, I mean, Janik, it's gonna be so difficult to beat in this edition, I'm telling you guys. So yeah, am I scared? Yeah, this walk is definitely scary for me. So if she manages to execute this beautifully at the finals, I think she's the one to beat. So, number 12 is, of course, Rabia Mateo of the Philippines, because finally, we have pasarela videos to base it from. But before I talk about her pasarela videos, let me take this opportunity to clear some things up, because I have gotten wind of some news out there spinning a narrative that I'm not being very supportive towards Rabia. So you guys, of course, who have followed me on the Tita Lavinia channel know that as early as the press presentation of Miss Universe Philippines, I have had my eyes on her. Now, of course, if you have followed me here, you would also know that I am the first, or at least the only one, who has interviewed Rabia before she was crowned as Miss Universe Philippines, because no one really cared. So what I'm just saying is that right now my support is being questioned, because as Tita Lavinia of Titas of Pageantry, I feel like I have a responsibility to the viewers or to the followers to really say things as they are. So if I feel like they have done a bit of like more work when it comes to processing a photo, that it doesn't match, let's say, with a behind the scene video, I feel right now that my very idea of curating materials and making sure that the girls are presented in the best light, it's being seen negatively, because a lot of people are now saying that I'm very controlling with the materials, which really is preposterous, because I have no idea why these people are waiting for me to post Rabia's materials instead of enjoying Rabia's materials on her own social media platforms. So the only reason that I can really come up with is that I like the idea of curating. So if I don't post all of Rabia's materials, it's not because I suddenly feel the urge not to support her. It is because I feel that if her materials are not yet as polished, I'm not gonna put it out there, because Rabia already suffers from getting a lot of these trolls and a lot of these bashers on her plate. So if I don't curate, or if I don't do my part in making sure I pick the best images or the best videos of her, then this would be added stress to Rabia, who has to handle, I don't know, maybe some bashers from other countries pointing out some of her faults, and I don't want that. That's why I curate her materials. So going back, so very recently, they have started releasing some of her photos. They've started doing a lot of these interviews with snippets of her practicing her pasarela. I think the most recent one and the most reliable one is the one with Miss Diane Castillejo for ABS-CBN, wherein she was asked to sample her pasarela video. Now, at first, I didn't want to post that because I feel that it wasn't polished enough. And even her trainers are saying that she needs more power. Now, I only say this because as Filipinos, we are actually experts in meticulously, decoding the detail on, a pasarela routine or a pasarela, pasarela pasabog, we call it. But the thing is that they released a video yesterday, and this is a video of her in Bohol. She is currently in Bohol with the other ladies, but they released a teaser video, which was really very interesting because I didn't honestly really feel for the previous videos that were released. I felt that they were not at the standard that we're used to as Filipino pageant fans. But looking at this video, in this video, she is walking at the edge of a swimming pool. It looks like an infinity pool because further beyond is actually the sea. And the narrowness of this area that she walks onto makes me realize or makes me remember Venus Rao whenever we would hear stories of her walking on the rice paddies. But the actual arm movements is very Shamsi Supso. So if you look at her pasarela in full, if you also take into consideration her other pasarela videos, it seems that her pasarela is a hybrid of Venus Ra, the arm movements of Shamsi Supsup, and the command of Pio Wurtzbach. So if this is what makes the Halabira baby, the Halabira walk that they're preparing for, then I cannot wait for the actual result of this video, because if this is really a mashup of the really good pasarela that they've done in the past and that they're doing for Rabia now, then yeah, go for it. I would love to see Rabia prove the naysayers wrong. If they feel that I've been very critical of Rabia when it comes to her pasarela, when it comes to other aspects of her training, I would love to be proven wrong. So please, let's wish Rabia well, and let's wait for further transformations, and let's wait who gets to be on top this coming Miss Universe edition. So thank you so much, guys, and yeah, pasarela away. Goodbye.
Rain.